There's music and there's beautiful perfection. That's the title I'm willing to use with full confidence to describe this track. Because bruv, this track is such a beautiful track to listen to and a beautiful piece of creation of music in simple terms. Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of It's About Deep with the one and only, the deepest. And for today's episode, we got a very, very special track that I'm quite surprised a lot of house heads are sleeping on, but there's too much music to consume, which is understandable. But with this track, it caught me off guard as well. There's music and there's beautiful perfection. That's the title I'm willing to use with full confidence to describe this track. Because this track, brother. So, the track is by Phonetic Music, titled Whispers. And it was dropped under an EP that he released during February, titled Untold Memories. I showed you a description. We're gonna listen more about to this track so I can explain everything. This track, bruv, this track is such a beautiful track to listen to and a beautiful piece of creation of music in simple terms. Short description about this track, starting with the foundation. So the foundation is a percussion based foundation and it has or consists of a significant touch of a four-layer string note, if I am saying that correctly, of this bass line or bass guitar. Yo, the foundation just gives off that it's gonna be lounge house type of vibe. It's gonna be lounge house, but then when you progress to the chord progression, oh my god, the chord progression within this track, Whispers, it's filled with so much rich, thick structures, like massive pause, but so much rich, thick structures of many chords included within it and are all in sync. They're all in sync. And the uniqueness of them being in sync is that they evoke this vibrant texture of sound that just is flowing on a harmonic pattern that's just constant and the tension just keeps on going forward and forward that you can't even produce like you have to listen to it to understand it. This production is amazing. But the two main sources that I love from the chord progression, there's a synth and then there's a organic chord that you'll hear. See, the interesting thing that I loved of what phonic music did with these two elements, the synth and the chord and the organic chord, they play hand in hand in their formation. So the first part of the track, the synth chord plays a role. It ties up, it plays that solo format, it makes everything, it produces everything, it forms like the important component of the track. But then after 1 second, it introduces that organic chord and it just takes over and conducts the job that the synth was blessed with. And now it's like, we're handing it over to you. Play your role. And when it played, it's it's such a beautiful track. It's honestly a beautiful track that I don't understand how we are sleeping on it. I don't understand why music is a lot. And some people just produce something that is so amazing. It's hard for me to even comprehend. That's how I feel like when I listen to this track, I'm gonna say that the last bit. Otherwise, I'm gonna get too emotional explaining this track. But it's a very long, lengthy track, and phonic music, phonic music, no, phonetic music did something here. Let's just have a listen to it. I have to pause it here. Reason being is we have to discuss about this track. We have to acknowledge the production in this track because it's beyond the words of amazing. What we just listened to, it's organic, it's house, it's emotional, it's filled with so much in such a short space of time. You know the saying of when your life ends and every part of your life flashes in front of you when your life ends. You listen to this track and you feel that. You feel like, yeah, I'm gonna get the words for it, but I need to discuss the melody. The melody is just due to the melody being so dense in elements. The melody evokes an emotion of relief, an emotion of peace, an emotion of relief, where it's at a point of your life where everything you've worked for, the fights, the struggle, the whole component of your life finally comes to a rest and finally pays off. This is what you get from the foundation. This is what you get. This is a melody that is evoked from this track, Whispers by Phonetic Music. It's such a clean production that is dense with elements and structures that you just can't bear to listen to. I honestly don't understand how such production came into the land of living. I need to have a word with him and ask him what was going on in their mind when they were in studio producing this. Because this, it catches you at your weakest, it catches you off guard. The dynamic, it intensify. Like with such strong elements, it creates such a strong tension that's moving forward. It just wants you to hear more. And let's listen to this. Because it's not done. I want you guys to feel it and hear more from this. Wow. So the words I can use to describe this track: if I die and I had a song that I could select to play in the course of all the memories of my life flashing by me, it will be Whispers by Phonetic Music. It sums up everything of life. You listen to this track and you're like, yeah, this is how far I made it. And it's been a journey. It's been a long, rootless, rateless, peaceful, joyful journey that one has experienced in life. Shout out to Phonetic Music for Whispers. Yeah, it's your boy, the one and only, the deepest. We're signing out here.